Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share something a little bit different. So what I have here is a blood sample testing kit from MediChecks. So I've ordered this online, I'm going to get this sent off, and what this for is to test what my natural testosterone levels are at the beginning of my competition prep. I've actually never done this before, so I'm a little bit nervous to do it, and also intrigued to find out what the results are as well, to see where my natural testosterone levels are at this point. And then what I'll do is order another test kit later on in the prep, probably right at the end, and see how much they've actually declined. As a natural bodybuilder, of course, we are not taking testosterone, we are not doing anything to keep these levels elevated, and therefore I would expect that they will decline at some point during the prep as I get leaner and leaner. But we do everything we can in terms of training, diet, resting, recovering, to keep things as high as possible. And like I say, I'm very intrigued to find out the results myself. So without further ado, I'm going to get into this testing kit. I'm going to take the sample, which again I'm nervous to do, never done it before, and let's find out what the levels are. I filled half the tube, which isn't enough, it stopped bleeding, so I need to prick another finger to fill the rest of the tube. This is not fun. There we go guys, it's all done, the sample is collected. So I actually had to prick 3 fingers in the end to get enough blood. It really wasn't fun, I did not enjoy that at all. So I've just got to do what you got to do sometimes, right? So there it is, it's all done, ready to send off, and I look forward to finding out the results. Let's get this sent off, let's do it. Yes guys, so the blood test results are in. So first of all, I actually had to do the blood test twice. I didn't film it the second time, but basically I messed it up the first time. As usual, I read the instructions properly after I'd done the blood test, and it literally says on there, do not scrape your finger on the tube. I did that a couple of times, read it after, and I was like, it'll probably be alright. I only did it a couple of times. Then my results came back, and they came back inconclusive, so had to do it again. MediChecks, like I say, they're great, so they basically send you out another kit if you have done it inconclusive at no extra charge, and I literally paid £28 to do the test, and it is just for testosterone levels. There are tests that are more expensive to do other things, which I may do in future, but for now I just wanted to know this. So first of all, the benefits of having higher testosterone versus the negatives of having lower testosterone. Basically, high testosterone will help with your recovery, it will help with your mood, your sex drive, your day-to-day energy levels. Whereas when our testosterone levels decline, then basically we become more fatigued, feel a bit weaker, lower capabilities to recover, and obviously loss of sex drive. So basically all the things that we want to feel, we start to lose as they drop, and this is something that could come as an effect of our diet as a natural bodybuilder. These levels I expect will drop through my prep. So into my results. Natural range, basically, so normal range where you should feel no signs of low testosterone, are anywhere from 8.64 all the way up to 29. Now, my first interpretation of my result when it came was a little bit disappointed. I was on the lower range, which is 12.7. I'll put the results on the screen. So at first I was a bit like, oh, it's in the lower range. But then my problem is I always want to be higher in everything. And obviously at the moment I've got to say I feel great, I've been recovering well, I'm strong in the gym, I'm feeling good. So I'm in normal range, I'm healthy, I'm feeling good. So that is the main thing. Now it will be interesting going forwards to see in future weeks how these results are impacted from my competition prep. Also an interpretation of my current result, I am in my mid-30s, levels will decline naturally from the age of 30, but only by 1% a year, so it's nothing really to be worried about. And what I will say from my result is, even at this normal healthy range, I'm improving in the gym. I've made good gains this off season. So really, for anyone watching this, I really want to get across the point that if you are healthy and in normal range, you literally can make gains, can make improvements, no matter what, if you're doing the right things with your diet, your sleep, and your training. So there we go, guys. My levels are proven there. They're not crazy high, but I am improving in the gym, so you can definitely do so without the use of steroids. So as I say, I expect these to be impacted through my prep as the diet gets harder, my body fat levels drop, hormones are expected to drop, so I expect this level to come down. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes in the coming weeks. One thing I will say on my result also is, because I messed up the first test, did the second test, I'm literally like 2 weeks into my diet now in a deficit. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you exactly, but I have been told that it can be impacted quite quickly from a calorie deficit, so that may have happened also. My first intention when I did this was to do it at the beginning of my prep, which is obviously just the one I've done now, and then do it right at the end and see the difference. Having had this result back and I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I'm actually keen to do it more often than that, because basically I'm like 18 weeks out now, and if I do another one right at the end of prep in another 18 weeks, I expect the result to drop, but I won't know when. It's such a broad range of time, so what I'm actually thinking of doing is doing them more often. I haven't decided yet how often, maybe 4 weeks, maybe every 6 weeks, we shall see. But there are going to be more results to come to the channel to show exactly what happens as a trend through my prep. And also I'll be interested to see at what point I start to feel it. I start to feel fatigue, low on energy and everything, as opposed to feeling good how I do now, while I'm in that normal healthy range. So I do think it's going to be something very interesting for me to find out, and I'm excited to share that with you guys on here. I don't just want to show the training this year, I want to show everything, and this is something that I find will be interesting for myself and maybe for you guys watching as well, to show the true story of what happens as a natural bodybuilder to our testosterone levels, and also to show how that impacts us in the gym and how I'm feeling at that time. So guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. More of this to come, so subscribe to the channel if you're interested to see more throughout my prep. In terms of the prep itself, it started very well. I'm about 1 kilo and a bit down so far in 2 weeks, which is a good rate of loss. I'm feeling good, feeling strong in the gym, and just excited to keep cracking on with this prep, leading into my pro debut with the WNBF. I'm at Nottingham Strong right now, so I'm ready to go train. I'm gonna get this session done, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.